What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Today we have Patreon request from Dave, another Dead by Daylight character. So he gave me three to pick, and I picked the Hillbilly. He's a crazy looking guy, and he's got a chainsaw. So I'm on a landscape page. Use a pencil eraser and hit pause if I go too fast for you. So Dave likes the hard poses, so I thought this was a pretty challenging sort of one. So got a head tilt, arm coming across, and the big chainsaw sort of going this way. So where to begin? He's horribly disfigured, right? So, and he's got this sort of melting kind of face that comes down his eyes, right? So you can't really see his eyes. So I'm going to start with his nose. Okay, so we got like his nostrils. So center point of my page about here. We'll come up over to the right, right? And then, so yeah, we'll just put his nostrils in just so we get like an idea. And he's kind of, his head is tilted back, right? So we're like looking up at his nostrils there. And if you want, you can sort of darken these up a little bit just to make them look. Right, and then nostril kind of here. Some of it goes underneath this melting sort of face of his, right? And you could have like just a light sort of line just for the tip of his nose there. Maybe something else here as well. Okay. So now, so his eye is, he's an eye here and an eye here. So we'll do this kind of melting line coming down across the top of the nose first here, right? So we'll go like down the side of his face. Okay, and this will go up that way. And there's like another one that comes across the top of his nose here. We'll bring it down this way. And it's all wrinkly and sort of crazy looking. This goes all the way down around his cheek. Okay, so it's like imagine if something was like pouring down his face kind of thing. And this has like texture lines and things on it as well. So this comes across his nose. It goes kind of underneath his eye here. So like texture is important. Right. So on this side then, we've got like a gap for his eye. It's like all dark, right? So like coming across his nose, we've got this area here. And then this comes back across the nose. And then this will go back around here. Around this way. So these are like these dark gaps, right? And his eye is in there somewhere. And the other one on this side is like in here. So we've got these melting sort of skin lines coming down here. We've got like another sort of dark gap in there. So I'm going to draw his eye, right? So I'm going to draw what we can see of an eye anyway. So it's like the top of it. Sort of there, and it's just this glowing white kind of section, right? So imagine it kind of goes back that way. There. And then the eye on the other side will be sort of across from it in here somewhere. Right? And then what I'm going to do is just color all around this black, okay? Right. So we've got this kind of Phantom of the Opera kind of thing going on. I don't know if you know what Phantom of the Opera is, but you know, he's got this weird mask. And his face is like melting, disfigured underneath. So we got all these wrinkles then coming out from here. And this will eventually get to like his hairline or something that's here and an ear. But we'll just try and get some more. He's got like some stitching lines, like some metal big stitching here. 3 of them. And I think 1 just up here as well. All right, and then the rest of his head will go this way, and it's round, sort of melting. Up, you know, you don't have to be not to worry too much really about it. It's because it's like a odd sort of shape anyway, and it'll eventually become like his hairline kind of here. And then you'll add like some more texture onto all this sort of stuff. Okay. Right, so this melting face kind of keeps going. So it like joins his neck, right? So it like all goes down like this way. So this kind of just goes down towards his throat and it goes into his mouth. So he had a horrible accident, whatever happened to him. So his mouth is like underneath here. So it's like it's all melty. So say his top lip kind of comes across there, down like that. And his lips kind of open, right? So like comes out and down that way. You know, and it like joins this area. And then you've got like some more melting sort of texture lines. And then this goes down this way. This all kind of disappears into his mouth. So it's like a deep dark shadow sort of here. And I don't know if he has teeth, but there's these, I think it's a gum line. It could be red. And in here is just colored black as well. So I'll just color that. All right, and then kind of like a line just on the top of his lip. Just some stuff coming up here. Maybe like a bottom lip line, a little bit drawn in. He's all sort of wrinkly and stuff there. Just putting some hatch in here just to show there's some shadow. Coming out of the lip. Right, and some of these sort of dark skin lines, I'm just gonna add some shadow. So what I do is just add a thicker line, that's all. You know, on some of these, because it makes them appear like there's some extra sort of volume to them. So like that, you just darken them up a little bit. Okay, so that's kind of the features of the face, and his chin, so it's just down here, right? So it like comes out, and then we get like his jaw here, goes up towards his ear, kind of in line with the corner of his mouth here is where his ear is. We might have like shadow just for his chin. So his ear, just in this space, curves around, back up. Add some dirt and scratches and stuff to his face as well, because he's not in the best condition. And then you have ear lines inside, and not, so it's kind of like weird as well. So it's not normal ear lines, but something like that roughly. Shadow in here. And then his neck will come down. The back, we meet his clothing here, but we'll just do his hair, right? So he's got these short kind of black sort of hair spikes that kind of, it looks real greasy. And we'll eventually go in to his head, so we'll just keep adding these. They remind me of like hedgehog spikes, kind of like, you know. Some get shorter up at the top of his head. Yeah, and real short back up here. They're just like all black inside. You might see a little bit on this side, just some of his hair coming down on the other side of his head, and maybe a little bit of his ear just sticking up here. So that's basically his hair. Right. You might have like a neck muscle here. And like, so this is all melty into his neck. But do we have collarbones? So that's not clothing. That's just his skin. Damn. Okay, thought that was his shirt. No, okay. He's got all this weird skin as well. Great. So collarbone is like here. So like it goes that way, and you've got like shoulder line or something here. Maybe an Adam's apple there. And like more meltiness that way. So then this is his trapezius, right? So his back kind of goes this way. He's got the collar of his shirt, right? So like he's got a vest, like a sleeveless thing on. Curves around here, curves around the shoulder, down the back. And we'll eventually go behind his arm, sort of here somewhere. So this goes down this way. This is his back here. Like that, right? And again, he's like really gnarly, sort of. Lots of dirt and stuff. A real wrinkly skin. So he's got a shoulder in here, right? So you've got like shoulder that way, bicep comes down there, right? So the back of the shoulder then, this is his sleeve, and we got like his tricep bumping down that way. Like this is like shoulder muscle, but this is like got all welts, kind of like burn marks or something all over. This is like his armpit or something. So that's his bicep. lots of these little dirt and scratches and wrinkles and things on his head, or on his arm, sorry. So it's like his tricep, bicep. Doop. And then the other side of his sleeve here, and this is the side of his body going down there. And this might have some stitching just on the inside, like an edge line kind of thing. Just there, like some fold lines going down that way. So his arm comes up to the chainsaw here. It's not an overly muscular arm, so it's like, it's just kind of bumpy going up here. It disappears underneath the guard for the chainsaw. On the other side, we'll go down here. Right, so that's like his forearm, and again he has all this gnarly stuff. Dirt and scratches and scars and things and stuff like that, right? So I guess we got to do that chainsaw now. So this is complicated. Anything mechanical like this is pretty complicated. So if you like a challenge, here it comes. So we got the main engine here and then the blade going off that way. But this guard is kind of like behind, in front, or in front of the hand. Right, so we'll go just across the hand this way. There, and we'll go up, around, down, in. You see a few fingers in this gap. We'll just do the other side first. So this goes up like that, and there's another sort of metal part here. Anything mechanical now is quite challenging to draw. Man-made objects, they're hard. Dirt and wrinkles and maybe like an edge line and stuff on this. And this will go diagonal down there. Okay, so then in here we can see some fingers. So it like joins his hands just here, and it's holding the handle. So it like goes around, and we got knuckles. 3 of them. That's all we can see, thankfully, because hands are tricky as well. Bottom of the chainsaw handle there. And then we're going to move up and try and draw in this engine. So so say the back of it will go up this way. And then we have a bar that comes across here. And the other side of that is there and comes across like so, and down. So there's like a circle or something there. With a pipe going into here. So lots of these pipes and circular sort of shapes now, edge lines, right, on all this kind of stuff. Another pipe coming down this way. Disappears into the engine. There. This pipe disappears into there. right? And then this pipe loops around here, so it's got like another section, but it loops around. And this is like air vent holes or something. I'll just color them black just to show they're shadowed up. And this pipe then goes down this way into there somewhere. Actually goes into another pipe. This will have like some lines on it there. So this other pipe then just down around, just goes along. It goes in behind his other hand actually here. You can see like a little bit of his other hand in here. But first we'll do the chainsaw parts, right? So this chainsaw sort of engine block sort of steps down here. Goes down like that. Right, and then lots of sort of metal plates and things inside here then. This kind of goes around the center part. Like that. So we've got at this center part of the engine, we've got like concentric circles. So like circles just going around circles. Loads of this kind of stuff. Right, and then something else here, another pipe. That's going that way. Like this, and like lots of dirt and scratches and things all over. Okay, and then another, just a bar or something here. Some lines going that way on it. This. That, right? So we can see, like before I do the actual chainsaw blade up here, that's pretty much the engine, right? We can just see like his hand or something sticking out from behind this, right? So it goes up, like a knuckle going that way. I think we should see like some tops of his fingers or something here. The back of the hand will go in behind the back of this hand. Gone off that way. And so it's like a hand in there somewhere. And then his shoulder here coming out from the side of his head. This eventually travels down towards his elbow, right? So his elbow kind of sticks out here. Right, and then it'll go back in. I think he's got a bandage on his arm or something. His chest goes up this way. And again, he's got like lots of wrinkles on his skin here. So like real sort of gnarly sort of skin. And he's got like a strap on his arm here. loads of like texture just running down his arm. And then stitching. Put as much texture as you want now on his skin. I'll just darken up some edge. So darkening up the edge lines can help sometimes just make your character kind of stand out a little bit. Okay, so then that actual chainsaw kind of thing. So I'll simplify it down a little bit. We won't do everything, so we'll just go diagonal. That way and diagonal. You could use a ruler for this if you wanted. It's kind of a bumpy sort of thing, and then we'll go for the actual chain. Put it off that way, and then all you have to do is kind of add these kind of lines. For the chain, you could go more detailed if you wanted. But we'll just go sort of, there's an anime called Chainsaw Man, and it's got, this is how they draw the chainsaws, and lots of scratches and stuff on the blade. And then we just add large spikes, small spikes, large, small, all the way up. Do the large ones first, and then I'll just do small ones in between. Right, and then tidy up, add texture. Right, but I think I will leave it there. That's how to draw the hillbilly. Hope it's helpful, Dave. Anyone else who has specific requests that I don't normally do, or characters from shows that I don't normally draw, head over to Patreon, sign up, and I'll get to it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.